In Capital News tonight, Chief Justice Juma states courts are open and in international, Uganda Parliament deliberates issues surrounding new EAC passport. And in sports, remaining Tanzania representatives in SportPesa Cup, Simba and RFC eliminated. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. The Chief Justice of Tanzania, Professor Ibrahim Juma, has said that the foundation of the court system in Tanzania rests on the principles of fairness and transparency in its legal activities. In light of that, there is no justifiable reason for any Tanzanian to lack defense in the courts of the country, like some politicians are saying about the judiciary. The Chief Justice made those remarks in Dar es Salaam while giving information related to the marking of both the Legal Advice Week and Law Day. The commemoration of both important activities has been postponed to begin officially in the new year of judicial activities every February 6th, and the official guest of honor will be President Dr. John Magufuli.
Kama ilivyo kawaida, mahakama itashirikiana pamoja na wadau wake katika sekta ya sheria.
With this being the week for the provision of legal education, I would like to say that the courts will work in partnership with all stakeholders in order to provide legal education to the people. I must say that this education will touch on various issues concerning legal aid. I would like to say that this education will touch on issues which include land disputes, the procedures which one has to follow in order to receive legal aid, and the information communication technologies, otherwise known as ICTs, which one has to use in order to be provided with legal aid.
Wiki ya sheria ndio wakati wa kujitokeza na kuleta madukuduku yao.
4 days have now elapsed since the Shigomiko gold mine in Nyagalata area, Kahama district collapsed, which led to the burial of 3 miners alive underneath the earth's surface. In spite of that, rescue efforts of those miners are continuing as hope has increased that the miners will be able to be rescued out alive. This hope has grown following the clearing and removal of debris, which stretches downwards underneath the land for more than 24 meters until it arrives at an extremely hard rock.
We are working together to free those trapped inside, whether they are dead or alive. We're doing our best. That's all we can really do. I'm here today with you. I'll be staying on as we need to get more equipment. It'll be great if we can reach those trapped still alive. Even if some have died, carrying out this exercise is very important.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Simon Siro, visited and inspected the site where the construction of more than 80 residence of police officers is taking place. While inspecting the site, IGP Siro said that more than 400 houses are expected to be built in various regions so as to ensure that the serious challenge of a lack of residence, which has been affecting police officers, is quickly solved.
Kimsingi ni kwamba maandalizi hapa Dodoma.
Preparations here in Dodoma are going swiftly. We believe by March to April our houses should be ready and we shall therefore move to Dodoma. The first phase houses, whereby 3,700,000 shillings was given, they are under construction. Most have already been roofed. The money that was given by the Chief of the Armed Forces, 6,300,000 shillings, has been distributed to 23 regions, and they must work within 6 to 7 months to get the houses ready.
Residents of Momba district in Songwe region have said that if Tanzania Rural and Urban Roads Agency TARURA will not take immediate action, Ikana Makamba Road is in danger of impeding transport between Ikana as well as Chiti wards following heavy rains that are ongoing in the region. The residents added that the road is an important one. If action is not taken early, residents will be forced to go around over 200 kilometers instead of 24 kilometers to join the wards.
They did not plan for the drains to let water out. They asked those in charge to come and assess the situation during the rain season. The road was supposed to be raised. During the rain season, when there is so much water, the road will definitely be damaged.
Kwenye hii barabara ambayo ilitumia zaidi ya shilingi milioni 500.
Over 500 plus million was invested in the construction of this road. The engineer will have to come back and carry out repair before he can get paid.
The Dr. Ntuyebaliwe Foundation has launched and handed over a library to Tandale Magharibi Primary School in Kinondoni Municipal, Dar es Salaam, as part of the implementation of the foundation's pledge to give the school, where the first prize winner of the Creative Writing Andika Challenge competition comes from, that was organized by them. When launching the library, which was renovated with shelves and various books, the foundation's chairperson Jacqueline Ntuyebaliwe said she is happy that she has been able to fulfill the promise, and that students need to study hard so as to increase their knowledge as well as to pass in exams.
Popote mlipo, mjitahidi kuwahimiza watoto wenu kwenda maktaba.
I would like to urge parents, wherever they are, to encourage your children to go to the library rather than stay home playing on the phone. It is good for children to build a culture of reading, because there is a lot to be gained from reading. A child can learn so much. There is no country that has developed without learning. Today we are here to launch this library. This is a present to you. As you know, this school produced the Andika Challenge winner. Before we launch this library, I would like to urge parents and children in our country to keep bringing stories. Remember, the story must be original. It must be created by the child and written by a child, and must have a lesson.
Lazima iwe imetungwa na mtoto, imeandikwa na mtoto, na lazima iwe na fundisho.
Kwa hiyo tunakushukuru pia kwa kumsaidia rais.
We commend you for helping Honorable President in giving free education. You have brought us books, and any Tanzanian, whether poor or rich, you know, giving comes from the heart. It's nothing to do with how wealthy you are, so everyone should help further free education so we can follow those who have already started, like Jacqueline Mingi.
Now, Tanzania Revenue Authority has conducted an inspection of use of electronic fiscal devices, EFDs, and discovered that they are deliberately not being used by some entrepreneurs in Dakawa Mvomero District, Morogoro region. A team of experts from TRA, led by the acting manager of the authority in Morogoro, have conducted this surprise inspection in some shops, including those that contain home goods, construction equipment, hotels, bars, pharmacies and butchers.
Hatuwezi kuchaji kwa kutumia gari. Hii lazima jioni tuhakikishe tumechaji au tunapeleka kuchaji bila kebo au ofisini. Kebo ipo, sio kama kebo hamna. Iko ofisini ndani nyumbani. Zoezi hili leo halikukita zaidi kwenye kutoa adhabu.
This exercise is not centered on giving out penalties, but it is more focused on facilitation to those who are wary of the machines, and those who had committed an offense have been given a warning letter will also be coming more frequently, as this center is quite busy.
Walipakweli wetu wanatakiwa kukumbushwa mara kwa mara.
Taxpayers need a constant reminder. We are planning on giving regular training so that people become knowledgeable. In the past, they used to come like the police and were very harsh and did not try to make us understand.
In a surprising situation, residents of Idiaja at Ikondo village, Ikondo district, have asked the government to allow witch doctors to go and remove witchcraft following many incidents of witchcraft in the area, and that has not been permitting them to live in peace and engage in development activities.
A team of experts came into the village and carried out a research, but we are treated differently. Yet we are the ones who elected these leaders. We all want development.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows shortly. And in international news, the Parliament of Uganda has debated the problematic bill surrounding the exercise of issuing new electronic EAC passports just 1 month after the government launched.
This motion has again come up in Parliament. Members of Parliament claim that despite the fact that this exercise was halted, the government has continued to issue the new passports. I order that Honourable Minister to come on Tuesday and update the people of Uganda.
Residents of Umpanga in Kirehe district east of Rwanda have asked their government to simplify the process of getting daily border passes, which allows them to cross the border, and as is done by residents of other wards in the district.
Mahama, Nyamugari, Chigarama,
Mahama, Nyamugali and Kigarama residents given a borders pass which allows them to cross the border to Tanzania to go and buy goods. We ask the government to allow us to do the same, given the fact that there is a lack of food. Your request will be presented to the relevant authority, but what I ask is for you to apply for a travel permit.
For the first time, refugees within the Democratic Republic of Congo running from murders by ADF rebels have received aid of money and food, but have asked the security more than providing them with aid.
If they give us money, it's okay. But if they don't, then peace will be enough so we can go back home. I'm still a refugee, moving from one place to another. If I'm a refugee, I'll be asked to pay rent just as I've received money. He'll also want me to pay. We are very sad because the security force comes to the rescue, but it doesn't go after the enemy.
And as President Uhuru Kenyatta continues with the fight against corruption in the government, Kenyans who have been mentioned in corruption allegations and those who have been accused of corruption have been banned from working in government. This was revealed during a national corruption symposium in Nairobi, Kenya.
I believe going forward,
no one suspected of being corrupt will not be allowed to serve in government or in government institutions until he has been cleared. If you are a policeman, yet you want to be the owner of a town bus, then surrender your uniform. You cannot police yourself.
Jameni muamue, wewe unataka kuwa mwenye matatu na ni sawa.
And that is the end of International News. Business News follows next after the break. We'll be right back.
Watch Business Edition.
business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand.
You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
The Federation of Miners of Tanzania, FEMATA, in the country has said that from now on it will seek out and take before legal organs small-scale miners involved in illegal export of minerals, causing the nation loss of revenue.
Any miner involved in smuggling of minerals out of the country will not be our member and will take it upon ourselves to report him to relevant authorities. We hope that the government will help us in this.
Tanzania Bureau of Standards has today conducted an operation successfully capturing some lubricants used in vehicles that were below standards that were in shops in Dar es Salaam.
There are some lubricants which will not be allowed in the market according to our country's standards. There is some engine oil which minimum grade permitted is CF for diesel engine oil and SF for petrol engine oil. Given the high temperature experienced in our country, brake oil permitted is 24, 25 and above.
National Microfinance Bank NMB has removed various charges. There are some customers, including the monthly charge for customers with accounts at the bank, with the main aim being to provide them with more affordable services.
Monthly charges have been removed. Transferring money from one NMB account to another is free. We have enabled digital accessibility so you can reach us by dialing 0800 002 002. Here we are stressing on accessing free banking services.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly.
Hi, my name is Kotaro Tokuda.
What's up? My name is Céline Garnier.
I'm John Barnes from Liverpool Football Club. The hip hop, a hip it, the hip it, the hip hip hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear?
I'm watching Sports Gazette.
I'm watching Sport Gazette.
And you're watching Sports Gazette
with Sebastian.
With Sebastian. Peace out.
Yes! And you can also watch Sports Gazette for highlights and interviews regarding sports. Do not miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
Welcome back, and in sports news. Both Tanzania remaining representatives in the SportPesa Super Cup, Simba and Mbao FC, have been eliminated from the competition, Simba losing 2-1 to Bandari FC, while Mbao were beaten 6-5 in penalties by Kariobangi. With the result, it will be an all-Kenyan final on Sunday when Kariobangi face Bandari to see who will have the opportunity of playing Everton.
You cannot play two games within
Now, the TFF Sponsorship Council has warned stakeholders against sending football matters to state courts, saying the actions may result into the country being banned from organizing the AFCON Under-17 Cup.
We as the board are proud of the success obtained since the leadership came to power. We have a few examples where TFF has succeeded, especially in different competitions that we participated in as a country. First, we have seen our national teams performing well in different competitions. We have seen the national Under-17 team, Serengeti Boys, lifting the Sekafa Under-17 Cup in Burundi. They also were champions in the Kosafu Cup competition.
The top seed Novak Djokovic set up a tantalizing Australian Open final against Rafael Nadal by thrashing Lucas Paulin in a one-sided semi-final. Here's more on the story.
The 31-year-old Serb needed just 1 hour and 23 minutes to win 6-0, 6-2 and 6-2. Djokovic broke serve 7 times as he outclassed 24-year-old Frenchman Pouillet, seeded 28th and in his first Grand Slam semi-final. Djokovic and Spaniard Nadal, with 31 Grand Slam titles between them, meet on Sunday. The world number one set up their first meeting in Melbourne since the epic 6-hour final in 2012, which the Serb eventually won with a near-flawless performance against Pouillet.
An investigation into the missing flight that was carrying Premier League footballer Emiliano Sala will look at all operational aspects, including licensing and flight plans. Here are more details.
PA-46 Malibu disappeared on Monday with Cardiff City's new signing and pilot Dave Ibbotson on board. A search near Guernsey was called off on Thursday afternoon despite players from Salah's sister. The Air Accident Investigation Branch said it had launched a probe. Mr. Ibsen, who's 59-year-old of Crawley, Lincolnshire, held a private pilot's license and passed a medical exam as recently as November, according to Federal Aviation Administration records.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.